to take you through the basics of our clinical Pilates. So taking you through the 5 key elements of that start position, and then a few exercises both in lying on your back and side lying, so you can get your position right before you start into one of our classes. So we're going to start off with lying on our back on the mat, and you've got your head rested onto your folded towel there, or it can be a cushion or a pillow. You want to have that nice straight position with your neck. By having our knees bent, we want to have our knees hip width apart, hands down by our side. So the first thing to understand is to be able to find that start position with the pelvis. So you put your hands onto your tummy button, so you've got a diamond shape on your tummy, and you just want to gently flatten the back, arch the back, and find the midpoint between those two positions, and that's your neutral spine. There should be just enough room for a silk scarf to come through underneath your back there. That start position should never be an end range position. It should always be comfortable. We want to switch our deep tummy muscles on. So we want to find those hip bones at the side there, come in a bit and down a bit onto the squashy bit, and then just think about pulling up from down below, using the pelvic floor. And as you do that, you'll find some muscles just tighten up in your tummy, and those are those deep tummy muscles. You don't want to switch them on to the maximum. You want to switch them on to just less than half. So switch them on to the maximum using the pelvic floor, and then let go about half of that contraction. And that's your neutral spine with those deep tummy muscles switched on. Our next thing, we want to move on to our ribs. So if you put your hands on your ribs, we want to just feel there's a nice connection between our ribs and our pelvis. So you want to gently flatten the ribs down at the back, and that gives you that flat connection between the ribs and the pelvis. If we were to lift our arms up from that position, keeping those ribs down, we wouldn't find there's any flaring of the ribs. We keep that nice flat profile. Good. So then, keeping the hands on the ribs, let's just discuss our breathing. So taking a breath in, feeling the hands go out to the side, and then a breath out, feeling them to come back together. So with our breathing in Pilates, and the most important thing is just to breathe, but the breathing does help the movement. So the out breath is the movement, the in breath is the hold or the movement back. It's easier to get those deep tummy muscles working on the out breath. Good. Okay, so now let's think about our arm position and our head position. So you want to think open through those collarbones, hands down by your side. You don't want those shoulders up to your ears, so bring them down, open through the collarbones, and then bringing those shoulders down. Good. And then the neck position. You want to have the neck long. So there's a nice straight position here, and so the chin is just slightly tucked in. And those are our 5 key elements of our Pilates start position. So from that position, we'll do a couple of easy exercises. We can start off with our hip twist. Now you can monitor whether the pelvis is staying nice and still by putting your hands on your tummy. So you want to switch those tummy muscles on, maintain that neutral spine. Breath in to prepare, and take your right knee out to the side on the out breath, and then back. And then you want to take that left knee out to the side on the out breath, and then back. So as you're moving the right leg, then the left leg stays perfectly still, and as you're moving the left leg, the right leg stays still. And you're looking for that pelvis to stay nice and level. Moving on to our one leg stretch. As you push away, foot along the floor, then you need to stop that movement of the pelvis arching there. So you want those tummy muscles switched on. So you're looking to just control that movement with those muscles. So you're going to push away on the out breath, straighten that leg, heel on the floor, and then fold back in. And then push away on the next out breath and fold back in. Good. And as you can see, the pelvis is staying nice and still because I'm using those deep tummy muscles to keep that from arching. Good. Perfect. So let's move to our one leg, our double leg stretch now, because that brings in the arms. So you want to take the arms up to 90 degrees, and you want to think about those ribs this time. So take the arms overhead, round a little circle, and back to the top. So arms overhead, round in a circle, back to the top. Good. One more. Okay, so then we can add in the legs to that movement. So into that one leg stretch. So you push the leg away, take the arms overhead, and then back round. And then the other side. So you've got that nice lengthening through the front of the body. And with the breathing, you've got the out breath, and then the in breath, and the out breath, and then the in breath. Nice, good. So let's turn now onto our side, for our side lying position. So here, if you can, you want to have your arm underneath your towel. If that's not possible because of your restricted shoulder movement or shoulder pain, then you want another towel and you can bring the arm in front. Okay, so you have your feet, bum, shoulders all lined up against the back of the mat. You want to find that nice start position again with the pelvis. So you want to gently flatten the back, arch the back, and find that midpoint again. In side lying, we want to gap under our waist. So we're looking to get a little bit of length through that top hip. Feet, bum, shoulders all lined up. So we're going to start off with our clam. Our clam is going to work the muscles at the back of the hip here. So we're going to breath in to prepare. Take that top knee up out to the side on the out breath, back down on the in. Nice. Just do one more. And then our last exercise, let's do our arm openings. So our arm openings, if we were to bring our towel now into a folded position, we can bring our arm through, one arm on top of the other. And we want to maintain that gap under the waist and keep those hips stacked. So breath in to prepare on this one. Take your arm up over the top, a little stretch through the front of the shoulder and the middle of the back, and then come back. So as you can see, the head follows the movement of the hand. The out breath is the movement, the in breath is a hold, and the out breath is a movement back. We'll do one more. Good. So that's our 5 key elements of the Pilates position, and a couple of exercises in each position, lying on the back and lying on the side. So run through those a couple of times before you start coming to one of our level 1 classes.